Hi, you're joining us here on WION for some big breaking news coming in. This is a big setback for Lalu Prasad Yadav. He will face criminal conspiracy charges. The Supreme Court of India has ordered a separate trial against Mr. Yadav in 4 different cases. This is a huge setback not just for Mr. Yadav but also his party, the RJD. He will face criminal conspiracy charges on the 95 crore rupee fodder scam. Joining me live in the studio for more on that story is WION's political editor, Kartikeya Sharma. Kartikeya, you predicted this is going to be a huge blow for Mr. Yadav. What do you suspect is going to be the immediate outcome?
See, the immediate outcome would be felt by both JDU, it will be felt by the Congress party. The immediate, I would say, outcome will be felt by the alliance in Bihar. It will have political repercussions in the way the presidential elections are going to be fought. And plus, it creates a piquant situation for Lalu Yadav, whose political career in itself lies truncated. But then, with these charges restored, Mr. Yadav's whatever political legitimacy he might have a government, but not legitimacy, will be over. It's like Manmohan Singh by 2012. The Congress had a government, but they did not have public legitimacy. So, in public life, you need legitimacy, and I think Lalu Prasad Yadav will be devoid of that legitimacy. So, to bring this back to the issue, what court has been saying? You see, the court is saying that the criminal charges will be restored, which means that there was a criminal conspiracy on part of Lalu Prasad Yadav of a scam which at that point of time from 1990 to 97, because after that Mr. Yadav had to resign, they fraudulently withdrew 1,000 crore. 1,000 crore from the taxpayers, from the bank accounts, from the official accounts of the government of India. They took that money and from animal husbandry department, which were meant to be used for the fodder for the cows or the gaushalas, as we know, and they pilfered away the money. So it's a big setback, and this comes in the wake of Kejriwal controversy. So
absolutely. In fact, I was going to come to you on that. I don't want to move too far away from Lalu Prasad Yadav, but this is an interesting time in politics as far as India goes. Just yesterday, the Delhi Chief Minister is accused of bribe taking by a former member of his own party. Today, we have this going on with the RJD. How does this augur for Indian politics? We can't forget that he was accused way back in 1996. It's taken 21 years to get to this point.
21 years, you'll be surprised to know if I give you those details. The whole case came in 1996, January 27th. Then the matter on March 11th was sent to the Central Bureau of Investigation. And then in 1996, Supreme Court affirmed the order. And then, what is most surprising, it took this agency years at end to pursue the case. So from 1996, special court reserved its judgment in the fodder scam, 17th September 2013.
Stay with me, Kartikeya, one sec. Jessica Taneja is joining us. She was right there. Let's just listen in to what our reporter is bringing to us on this story. Jessica, give us the latest and most important details about this verdict.
Absolutely. This morning has come out with an important judgment on the fodder scam, and as we know, the Supreme Court has absolutely come down hard on the CBI, especially for delaying, in filing a lot of submissions that were pending on their part. But on the other hand, now we know Lalu Prasad Yadav and others accused will now face trial, and that needs to be expedited. So this certainly has not come in favor. Earlier, we know he was sentenced to 5 years in jail, but then also other charges that were levied against him were also transferred. The Jharkhand High Court had dismissed them, and they have further gone to the Supreme Court. And now what we know is that the CBI appeal of dropping the conspiracy charges against Lalu Prasad Yadav have been restored. So this certainly is a very big setback for Lalu Prasad Yadav.
Stay with me, Jessica. Kartikeya, exactly what you were talking about, the court coming down hard on the fact that there's been some sort of delay in the fallout of this case, and obviously, as you're pointing out, this has been going around in circles for many years.
Absolutely. See, Aisha, the case starts in 1996, and in 2013, Supreme Court rejects Lalu Prasad Yadav's plea seeking transfer trial court judge hearing case. Then in September 2013, Special Court reserves judgment for the case. September 30, 2013, CBI court convicts Lalu Yadav along with 44 others in fodder scam. RJD chief stands disqualified as the member of Lok Sabha following the verdict. So on September 30, 2013, the career of Lalu Prasad Yadav was already over. What this does is that it takes away that legitimacy from Lalu Prasad Yadav. He doesn't have a political career yet. But
Right.
what Lalu Prasad does is that his presence impinges on the way the so-called larger coalition will work. You see,
Exactly.
the whole anti-corruption crusade of 2013-2012 was first appropriated by AAP. Then it went to Bharatiya Janata Party. Most of the regional satraps either sided with the Bharatiya Janata Party or went neutral. None of them were with the Congress Party. Like the BJP withered away, the NDA withered away in 2009. Only Shiva Sena and Shiromani Akali Dal remained. There was no UPA in 2014.
Right.
It all withered away. There was no NCP, there was no DMK. They all went their way. So similarly, what happens here is that this is going to have a cascading effect, and it will also become very, very difficult for Nitish Kumar to run a government with Lalu Prasad Yadav's support, because who was Nitish Kumar? He was known as Sushasan Kumar. Nitish Kumar was known as a person with solid, honest credentials. Now the BJP will go after Nitish. The next Delhi will be Bihar, you mark my word, Aisha. It's not going to be West Bengal, it's not going to be Odisha. The next replay of Delhi will take place in Patna, where Nitish Kumar will be attacked for taking support from a person who actually criminally conspired. They will make it difficult for him, and even if the government survives,
Right.
he will
Joining-
end up as a lame duck chief minister.
Kartikeya, KC Tyagi of the JDU joining me on the phone line right now. Mr. Tyagi, it's a big blow to the RJD, to Lalu Prasad Yadav. What do you have to say about this verdict?
We respect all the verdicts of the court, High Court or Supreme Court. And we condemn the efforts of the CBI to malign from Lal Krishna Advani to Sri Lalu Prasad. The CBI is playing its old role of Tota. When the Supreme Court called that it is dancing, singing at the tune of its master, the master has changed now. Earlier it used to be Congress Party, now it is BJP.
Tyagiji, Kartikeya from the studio, my question to you is, isn't it difficult for a person known as Sushasan Kumar of Bihar to actually be running the government with a person who is now being actually put in dock by the Supreme Court, and the charges of criminal conspiracy being restored against him, sir?
But he is not in the ministry. But he is not in the ministry.
But you are taking support from him, sir.
Now Advani, Joshi, and Uma Bharti, they are facing the criminal charge of destroying the Babri Mosque and cases of murder to dacoity. Why she is in the cabinet?
But Tyagiji, two wrongs doesn't make a right. Tyagiji, two wrongs doesn't make
But
a
why
right.
don't you ask? Why did not you ask?
No, the question is right now, Tyagiji, the question is on the issue of Lalu Prasad Yadav.
Once from the Modi or Amit Shah.
Sir, this is not a question on Narendra Modi right now, sir. The court has given a verdict, sir. And sir, the court says that the criminal conspiracy charge must be restored against Lalu Prasad Yadav. I am saying that Nitish Kumar has a clean image.
Your choice will not be, your dreams will not be fulfilled in Bihar. You want the BJP government there instead of this Mahagathbandhan.
So there is no,
Your dreams-
it is
will
neither
not
my
be
choice or
fulfilled.
people's choice. Sir, people vote for the government, people voted for Mahagathbandhan. That is why Nitish Kumar is the chief minister. But the question is not on Nitish Kumar, sir. The question is on Lalu Prasad Yadav, sir.
Nitish Kumar did no wrong. Where he comes, he is leading a government of clean people. Not even a
So
single
if he is leading a
criminal.
government of clean people, then why is he taking support from a person who is almost indicted by the Supreme Court, sir?
No minister of RJD is involved in criminal conspiracy.
So you can take support from a person who has a charge of criminal conspiracy from the court, who has been disqualified by the honourable court from not fighting the election, just because isn't that a technical ground you have taken up, Tyagiji?
Extradition from the Gujarat says he was in the jail for more than 8 months.
Sir, you are not answering my question, sir. I am asking you point blank.
I am putting my own answer to you. Why don't you go to Narendra Modi and ask him why
Sir, the question will be asked to Mr. Shah and Mr. Modi if the situation permits, sir. The question is on Lalu Prasad Yadav, sir.
The question is about all persons who are facing criminal charges, including Amit Shah.
My question to you is, sir, why is Nitish Kumar, a person with impeccable credibility, honest person, taking support from Lalu Prasad Yadav's party, sir?
My question to you, my dear Kartik, a person of international reputation like Shri Narendra Modi, why he is keeping Uma Bharti in the cabinet? It is making a shocking news for all over the world. He has a world reputation.
Tyagi, does two wrongs make a right? You have been a socialist for past 30 years. Does two wrong make a right, sir? It is like this: if Indira Gandhi has declared emergency, other person also gets the right to declare emergency.
No, not at all. Nitish Kumar will not resign according to your good wishes.
No, I'm not asking for Mr. Kumar's resignation, sir. I'm asking you a question, Tyagi ji, that why is he taking support from Lalu?
Demands all these things. That this Gathmandan must go and BJP should come.
No, that is not our desire, Tyagi ji, but thank you for making time for us. So, very senior leader of JDU, KC Tyagi, Aisha taking that alibi that since Amit Shah, Uma Bharti, the criminal conspiracy charges have been restored against Uma Bharti in the Babri Masjid demolition case. So similarly, the same question should be asked to them, and why these questions being asked from Nitish Kumar. But my idea is that two wrongs don't make a right.
Absolutely.
And the difference here is that yes, it is a conspiracy case of Ayodhya, and the law must take its own course. If Uma Bharti has done it, then law should find her guilty, will find her guilty, and the law will take its own course. But in the case of Lalu Prasad Yadav, he has already been disqualified.
Right.
He's a convicted person. There's a difference. The conviction there has not taken place right now. He has been convicted. And the issue is now he'll be tried under criminal conspiracy, which means that he might go back. That's where the difference is.
Right. So we'll come back to one of the statements Mr. Tyagi made in that conversation with you. But Jessica Taneja joins us on the phone line. She's WION's correspondent who's been tracking all these developments from the Supreme Court. Jessica, just take us through some of the, perhaps the phrasing of how the Supreme Court has come down hard on not just the CBI but on the delay in justice perhaps. Give us an idea of some of the arguments that were made within the court as far as this case goes.
Aisha, some important relevant arguments were made in this court as we talk. And even earlier, the Supreme Court had come down heavy on the CBI as to what the delays. And let's not forget this case began in the 1990s and it's 2017. So obviously, in many of the cases that we see in Supreme Court on a daily basis, there are many cases where there has been a 14-year delay or a 15-year delay. So this certainly adds up to the anguish for the apex court, because it says that a lot of archiving, a lot of paper trails that are, present in front of them, it's very difficult to then open a case and start examining. So it becomes very cumbersome for the Supreme Court. So here as well, the Supreme Court was, absolutely, the observation was such that such delay from the CBI in filing submissions, even though they had adequate time after the trial court, after the sessions court, and then again the Jharkhand High Court, which had dropped the conspiracy charges against Lalu Prasad Yadav and others. So this certainly is an important a judgment today, Aisha, as it sets precedent for other politicians that corruption, any charges of corruption, if proven by the Central Bureau of Investigation or other investigation agencies, will not be dealt with a soft hand.
Right. Kartikeya, KC Tyagi there obviously voicing the opinion of his party. We can't expect him to say much more, and diversionary tactics are often used by political outfits when they're on the back foot. But speaking about the CBI, the Supreme Court coming down hard on the CBI, obviously this has raised a lot of questions. It's been an indictment also on the functioning of India's Central Bureau of Investigation. It's primary or premier body of conducting investigations. Isn't it time also for a relook at how independent, let's say, these investigations are involving powerful people such as Lalu Prasad Yadav?
No, absolutely, because Mr. Yadav will face separate trials for each case. He will face separate trial for each case, which means that whatever political career he is left with, he'll be spending in the corridors of the courts.
Right.
He'll not be spending them at Boat Club. He'll not be spending them at Gandhi Maidan. He'll not be spending them at Lal Killa. He'll be spending them at the corridors of the High Court, corridors of the Supreme Court. That's the difference, number one. And second difference would be that there's a criminal conspiracy charge, which means subsequently when the punishment will be announced, in these cases, Lalu Prasad Yadav can end up with a big jail term. Big jail term. And I'll give you an example. Between 91 and 1996, Sukhram was the telecom minister. When CBI raided, piles of notes were found from Sukhram's residence. They were piled under his bed. Sukhram fought the case, but he had to go to jail. He had to spend substantial time there. Lalu Yadav has not done the full time. He has done some time behind the bars, but not the full time. The only thing which happened when he spent behind the bar was Rabri Devi got foisted on Patna.
Right.
So this time around, if these cases are fought and they are expedited by the court, he will be behind the bars for a long time to come. And sometimes law catches up with you. It even caught up with Sanjay Dutt. Right. You know, even Sanjay Dutt had to do his time for 1.5 years.
Absolutely, and in fact, Kartikeya, speaking about, really speaking what the fallout of this verdict is going to be. We're obviously speculating at this point of the jail term, etc. That we'll come to know a little clearer, get a clearer picture in a bit. But what does this mean for the Bharatiya Janata Party? We've talked about RJD, we've talked about Nitish Kumar, we've talked about the Congress, but wasn't one of the big focus points or one of the big features of Bihar the fact that this was a strong opposition that had stood its ground against the emerging, let's say, political power of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the recent years? What does this say about the opposition formation in this country, and is this now a complete disbalance of power in this country?
I would say that BJP has become the new Congress party. Congress is known through the country, but it has lost its organizational status is not the correct word, organizational hegemony and its ability to transfer votes. It has lost it. This is like the Congress of 1960s and 70s, where Jansangh, Left, Socialist Party, Sanyukt Party, they would all come together to fight Congress. You know, it is like, you know, you had VP Singh supported by the left from one side and Bharatiya Janata Party from the other side. And VP Singh's government fell under its own contradiction. That is why Congress will find it very difficult to carry these contradictions. It is easy to get Samajwadi Party, and BSP together.
Right.
But is it easy to work with them? It is easy to get Trinamool Congress and left to fight election. But is it possible to work with them? Absolutely not, because everything for them comes from the state politics. National politics is plus. The bread and butter is state politics. So it's easier said than done. You know, you can create an umbrella, but umbrella can collapse under its own contradiction. That is why the government of Janata Parivar fell in 1980. That is why, you know, Charan Singh went on to become the Prime Minister after Morarji Bhai. That is the reason why Chandrasekhar succeeded VP Singh. So, you know, these are the inherent contradictions. And when I say the word Morarji Bhai, Charan Singh, VP Singh or Chandrasekhar, they were all tall leaders. In fact,
yes.
Charan Singh, in fact, was father of the so-called OBC politics. You know, Lalu, Nitish, they were all, to use the word in colloquial Hindi, were all the Chela Chapatas of Charan Singh, because Charan Singh came with the Kisan Party, under which there were all the OBC groups. And these were the young leaders, Sharad Yadav, Nitish Kumar, Lalu Prasad Yadav, Ramji Lal Suman, Mulayam Singh Yadav, Balram Singh Yadav. You know, all these leaders were product of Charan Singh.
Right.
It's a different thing that all these OBC parties are in different avatar. So coming back to the point, Lalu Prasad Yadav's conviction or the fact that the charges are being framed again, there is people's trust in the judiciary rises. And I would even include the case of Uma Bharti.
But stay with me, Kartikeya. We're going to